Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
Just interesting to note here that they did mention Ripple in terms of a pilot project that they did do in the past. However, they are noting as well that crypto and blockchain adoption still really hasn't come to fruition in India in a meaningful capacity, at least not as of yet. So we're going to keep our eyes on this. Thanks so much to the Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. And again, guys, all the links to all the resources are in the description of the video. I wanted to bring your attention to this next, guys, the latest update with regards to the SEC lawsuit. James K. Filan just recently posted this. Court denies the Ripple defendants' motion to strike the Mets report and reopens discovery until May 13th to redepose Dr. Metz. So the SEC ordered to pay a reasonable expenses fee, so it looks as though they got a fine regarding filing the motion and redeposing Dr. Metz. So likely they will just have to pay for the office space and for his time. So a relatively small fine, I suppose, in the eyes of the SEC. James K. Filan continues by saying the court criticizes the SEC, finding that the SEC has conducted itself improperly by serving an unauthorized supplemental report on the last day of discovery, but declines to strike the Mets supplemental report. Andrew Zell chiming in on this. I think the Mets report will actually hurt the SEC since Ripple will be able to easily disprove the arguments made, and thus the SEC can't prove the efforts of others in the Howey test. Let's not forget, Metz has already been deposed. So his bag of tricks is already out there in the open, and if Ripple's lawyers are clever enough, they'll be able to now formulate questions in the supplemental deposition to be able to negate what they already know that he has already put on the record. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, probably why they tried to sneak it in on the last day. Knowing it's weak and can't be defended, the SEC seems to like that, like the lawsuit itself. XRP Crypto Wolf just chiming in on this. SEC's shady behavior is getting annoying with all these petty delays. They should have never sued Ripple over XRP, of course. I think we're all feeling a little bit of that. XRP Crypto Wolf Moon Lambo down here saying, thanks for sharing, James, but I think something's wrong. Only the top third of the page loads. Okay, so that has to do with this Dropbox link here. Let me just click that. Again, everything's linked in the description, guys. I'm seeing it here. It's looking as though we've got everything here. Yeah, right down to the bottom. So this link in the description of the video for you guys. XRP Crypto Wolf also just bringing up this article summarizing what is happening here. So the SEC allowed to file a supplemental expert report. Expert discovery was originally supposed to end on January the 14th, if you guys remember, but there's been a lot of disputes and a lot of delays and extensions. As reported by You Today, Ripple moved to strike the new rebuttal report by securities and finance expert Dr. Metz last month. It described the report as impermissible, arguing that the new version of the report didn't bring anything new to the table. Ripple claims that the SEC wasn't supposed to have the final say in the discovery process. So that was the other thing. Ripple's lawyers were, I guess, supposed to have the final say in this. And now, because they are filing this report, Dr. Metz, and by extension the SEC, will actually have the final say. The report in question is meant to show the economic significance of Ripple's public announcement with regards to the performance of the XRP token. The discovery deadline has now been pushed to May 13th. So another 3 weeks, is that? 3 weeks, roughly. Today is April the 20th, 2022. Okay, let's talk about how this could affect the case. Jeremy Hogan here, bringing in his 2 cents. This type of ruling drives me crazy. In my own practice, and no less here, What good is an order deadline if it's not enforced? Very, very good question. We've had all these deadlines come and go, and it always just seems like the SEC is finding another way, another reason to extend these deadlines. Obviously, their delay tactics are becoming very, very apparent now, and I think there's good reason why. I understand the judge wants to preempt issues on appeal, but this was so blatant that I hoped she would do more than force the SEC to pay some additional dinero, cash, fiat currency, whatever you want to call it. And so he's just retweeting out James K. Filan's tweet that I just read to you. Jeremy Hogan continuing by saying, but at the end of the day, this won't change any of the final court dates. And that seems to be what Judge NETBURN thinks is the most important factor. So it sounds as though that those court dates are going to remain concrete. It's just my pet peeve. He goes on to say, an order is an order. Okay, I'm good, calm and good now. Deep breath in. Okay, and breathe. Let's keep going. XRP Crypto Wolf down here responding. Judge NETBURN needs to sanction and punish the SEC. I don't understand how any judge could go through all this back and forth without getting mad. I have no doubt that she's probably a little miffed, and I think we're already leaning in the direction of Ripple, but you know how court cases go, we still have to go through the motions. Jeremy Hogan responding, well, to be fair, she did sanction them, probably a couple of $1,000 again, likely for Dr. Metz's time and the location fee, and I guess if they're getting a videographer to film the deposition, maybe for the videographer's time and all that. But what does the SEC care when they have millions of dollars at their disposal? Your taxpayer money hard at work to protect you guys. Remember that. Louis Torres down here saying, Jeremy, do you think we are still on for summary judgment date on Friday? Jeremy Hogan responding, Friday is the day the parties are supposed to provide a schedule for briefing summary judgment motions. They won't be briefed until this summer, though. So it's looking as though we are continuing to trudge through this. The latest update here, Bill Asarius 2020 on Twitter saying, thanks, James. The SEC has a win and gets a slap on the wrist for breaking the rules and ordered to pay some of Ripple's costs. Ripple gets to redepose Metz and file a supplemental report, which was the outcome I considered was very likely. And Jeremy Hogan just responding down here, you called it on the Dr. Metz supplemental report. Your tweet was the order. So more discovery, and this is what gives Ripple's lawyers, like I said before, an upper hand, because they already know Metz's point of view. They already have seen his original report, so now they can come back and now they can formulate their questions. If they're clever, which I'm sure they are, I have confidence in the Ripple legal team, they can formulate their questions to kind of get out of him what they want. It does give them the upper hand, but I do think this is, again, a delay tactic, and they're reopening discovery, so now it's going until May 13th. It's okay, though, guys. It really is okay. We are coming to the end of this, and again, I'm of the opinion that we are going to see XRP soar after this, but not only that, I think that's the obvious thing. I think we actually could see a cryptocurrency altcoin surge because of this specific lawsuit, because there are so many cryptocurrencies in the space that by extension will have gotten clarity by this SEC lawsuit. And so I think we could be at that inflection point where once we get this lawsuit settled, we are going to see other coins just shooting up left, right, and center. And that is what could possibly create that cryptocurrency frenzy. The next 6 to 12 months, alongside some other things that I've been talking about over the last few days. I'll link a video up here from yesterday afternoon if you guys didn't catch that one, talking about the crypto price and where we are situated today, where we could be going in the future based on geopolitical events and other factors as well. Okay, let me continue, guys, because John Deaton also brought up something that I think we should be very, very excited about, considering where this lawsuit is going and, where we've come, where we've been, where we're going, all that stuff. Regardless of anyone's opinion on Judge NETBURN or her recent rulings, she gave us two absolute gems that will appear in our amicus brief. So let's not forget what Judge NETBURN did originally state the court. She says, my understanding of XRP is that not only does it have a sort of currency value, which we all know it does, considering it has a market price. The free market decides on what XRP trades for, but it also has utility, and that utility distinguishes it, I think, from Bitcoin and Ethereum. It has a currency value and it has utility. So the judge is really getting a sense of why this cryptocurrency is important and why it should not be considered a security. It does perform a use case, it does solve a problem, and so getting the definition down, I think, is half the battle. Also, presumably under this theory, then every individual in the world, so people selling XRP, right, regarding its security status, presumably under this theory, every individual in the world who is selling XRP would be committing a Section 5 violation based on what you just said. So all of us, guys, all of us who buy and sell XRP would be committing a Section 5 violation. Well, if we're living in the United States, those of us living in other countries, maybe not, but that means that everybody selling XRP would be committing a violation under the Securities Act, which seems a bit preposterous, doesn't it? So these are two very, very good signals that we've seen filed by Judge NETBURN, two gems that I think point in the right direction for XRP hodlers. Jeremy Hogan also just chiming in on this. When the judge told the SEC lawyer that based on his argument, every person who buys XRP is breaking the law, my jaw almost hit the floor. So
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.